Once I made a promise. I made a promise to be here when the planet was waking up, to be at the right place at the right time for whomever happened to be crossing the bridge into consciousness.
Having Barbara as a teacher has been one of the most significant things in my life.
Real teachers just are in service of your ascension.
My life before Barbara, it seems almost like a completely different person.
Perhaps you've taken a pilgrimage to India or South America or Africa. A pilgrimage is something we go on hoping we will be transformed, yes? Hoping we will return with less of what we do not want and more of what we do want.
I've spent the last 25 years working with leaders across the world from all walks of life, and I've always been really looking at how I can model my life and my career after. And it really until I met Barbara 4 years ago in San Francisco that I really found a leader that embodies all what I've been looking for in my life.
We all have our highest self, our most enlightened moments, our most loving moments, right? Then we all have the opposite, our lowest moments. We lose it, where we're off balance. On any given day, where would you like to be on the scale? At the highest. So then the question is why? Why, if I can feel it for 5 minutes, right? Why can't I maintain it? You can live there. You can live there. If you understand the inner conditions for creating it, you should live there.
What I love about Barbara is that she's the real deal. When I'm in her presence, I feel like she sees me. I'm not just some number in the crowd like I felt with some other teachers. And what I love about her is that she makes everything so accessible. I feel like no matter where I am, I'm in the right place, and Barbara's there to guide me to the next step.
Who am I? What am I doing here? Is this all there is? Why sometimes am I so clear and sometimes so disconnected? How can I be so loving and then be so contracted? Why are all these people treating each other this way? What am I supposed to do? I'm not perfect. How can I make a difference? These are the sacred questions.
There's always this feeling that I was broken in some way, that something was wrong. And as much as I wanted a solution, I read books occasionally, I wanted to try to find the answer for me, it just never seemed to be out there. It eluded me. So to find somebody like Barbara that I could relate to, that made everything feel safe. My logical mind could connect to what she was saying. It made sense to me. So it's made all of the difference in my personal life and has given me all the answers that I was looking for.
If it weren't for Barbara, I think I'll be stuck in my mind. I'll be stuck in a reality that is just within my head, not really knowing how I affect people and my responsibility. If it weren't for Barbara, I think my marriage would be lost. I think my energy as a man will be completely off. It'll be angry, and it will not be compassionate. That's what Barbara has brought to me.
Barbara is completely different from my previous experience in the personal development world. What I've learned from other teachers, other coaches, is that you had to push through and fight, and I never felt comfortable doing that. That wasn't me, and I felt like because I felt uncomfortable I was doing that something was wrong with me, that I just couldn't somehow compete with the energy that was out there. And working with Barbara, I realized there is no competition. There's nothing to push through. Barbara has taught me that the most important thing that I could ever do in terms of being a coach or anything in my life is to just be me.
The awakened you. You are here to find, to see, to honor, to celebrate, to dance for, to sing for, to fall in love with. The awakened you.
So the relationships I had were superficial where I thought they were deep. And I couldn't understand, well, why isn't it connecting? Why am I divorced? Why is it that I'm not able to achieve what I thought I could? And Barbara was able to look at me, talk to me, and tell me, listen, this. She would lay it out. It was so clear, it was so direct, it was so intuitive and so perfect that I was able to change my life starting the day that I met her.
I work in a very high-stress job. I'm an emergency physician, and before meeting Barbara, I considered doing something else because I felt like it was wearing me down inside. And now as a physician, when I go into work, I feel that I'm not just a physician, but a human being, a woman that's able to transcend what I do for a living and to be able to relate to people as not just my patients, but as other souls that are connecting. And so I cannot just help them physically, but I feel like at a soul level, there's a healing that happens between both of us, and that's what brings me joy and brings me peace, which I never thought I could obtain in what I do.
To have a female teacher that allows and empowers a man to be a man, be strong in his masculinity, and yet get in touch with his heart. And that's what Barbara has given me.